I never thought I'd see my girlfriend like this. I've been with Diana, not her real name, for a while now. She's one of those people who can't even kill a bug. Seriously, if she finds a spider in the house, she carefully cups it in her hands and releases it outside. She cries when she sees a stray dog looking lost. She volunteers at animal shelters. She's a genuinely kind person. The type of soul that just makes the world a little softer. That's why I can't process what I saw her do 2 nights ago. We were at her place, which is practically on the edge of nowhere. No streetlights, no sidewalks, just blackness and trees surrounding a tiny, creaky house. She keeps the place dark at night to avoid attracting bugs. It was around 2 a.m. when I woke up to her shaking me. Call 911. I was groggy, confused, but something in her voice made me snap awake. The kind of calm that isn't actually calm. The kind of calm that screams danger. Then I heard it. A rustling. A faint metallic clatter. The unmistakable sound of someone inside the garage. I barely had time to grab my phone before Diana had already moved. I don't know when she got the shotgun, it was unloaded, but I guess she thought just brandishing it would be enough to scare whoever it was away. When I got to the door, I saw a shape inside my car. A man. Rummaging through my glove box. His bloody hands leaving dark smears over the dashboard. Diana didn't hesitate. She threw open the garage door, shotgun in hand, and screamed at him to get the F*** out. The guy turned, and that's when I saw the knife. What happened next was a blur. He charged. Diana tripped him, or maybe he tripped himself, but whatever happened, he hit the ground hard. Before I even processed it, she was on him. Not with the gun. With the stock of it. She brought it down on his ribs with a sickening crack. Again. I don't know how long I stood there. Frozen. The noise. The gasping. His groaning. Her face. Set in this unnerving, focused calm. She wasn't screaming. She wasn't panicking. She was just doing. And I knew, if I didn't stop her, she was going to kill him. I grabbed her, yanked her off him. She fought against me for a second before snapping out of it, breathing heavily, hands shaking. And then, just as smoothly as she'd attacked, she sat down cross-legged on the floor, picked up her phone and called a lawyer. The aftermath. The cops showed up. They tried to arrest me at first, for reasons I still don't understand. Diana had to practically order them to get an ambulance for the guy because they were about to load him, broken ribs and all, into the back of a police car. Turns out, the intruder was some drug addict from the next town over. In his 60s. With a long history in and out of jail and mental hospitals. He was already bleeding before he even got to my car, which probably meant he'd been at this for a while that night. Diana's fine. I mean physically, but she's off. She hasn't talked about what happened. I haven't pushed. I'm just taking care of her right now. Cooking for her, making sure she's sleeping, even got her favorite cake from a bakery just to have something normal in the house. And me? I don't see her differently. Not in a bad way. But holy s******. I see her differently. Update. A few months passed and we thought it was over. Then 2 months later we got a call. The guy died. It wasn't from the beating, at least that's what his sister told us. She said he'd been sick for a long time and probably didn't have much time left anyway. I don't know if she was just trying to make Diana feel better. But it wrecked her. And then out of nowhere Diana just left. She took a trip to a national park. Alone. Didn't tell me she was going. Didn't take her meds. She started having these seizures, the kind that make her feel like she's outside of her own body. She called me, saying she felt like she couldn't leave the woods because there was something she needed to learn there. I asked her how long that might take. She said, some people take a lifetime. That's when I knew something was wrong. I went to her temple, a Buddhist one she sometimes volunteered at, and thank God one of the monks drove 6 hours with me to bring her home. She started taking her meds again. She came back to me, and I realized, this woman is not fragile. She is not someone who needs protecting. She is someone who walks the edge of something far beyond what I understand. Someone who loves deeply, feels deeply, and when pushed to the limit will break someone in half if she has to. I don't think I've ever loved her more. Final update. We're good now. We both grew up as kids of divorce, so even before all this we did proactive couples counseling every few months. After the incident we did it weekly. Now she's in therapy on her own too. We beefed up home security, motion detectors, alarms, even got another dog. And before anyone asks, no, we're not getting legally married. We never wanted that, never needed it. But we did get rings. A reminder. A quiet, physical thing to say, I choose you. And every time I see mine, I think about that night. The night I learned who she really is.